answer to what you would like to know, rather than giving you a speech.
No, you have to say you're happy to be big helping our students improve, something like that.
Oh well, yes, that goes without saying. I mean, I have been coming back every year since I've been abroad, like umpteen years ago. I don't want to date myself.
She has also performed not only in Penang, but in Singapore, in Venezuela, in London, and many other places.
I think I was the first Malaysian living in Venezuela for years. And in those years, they asked me, where are you from? I said, Malaysia. They said, oh, Valencia. I said, no, Valencia. Yes. So they did not even know about Malaysia in the 80s, early 80s.
I think we should ask Ronnie to say something about the music, the master classes.
Well, I think I would like to tell you what I will do here.
Good.
That's because Tuan is responsible for the vocal quality, which means the technique with whom you sing. Then Hein will work, especially I think on the musical side with the musical interpretation. Of course, nevertheless, nothing is separate. You cannot separate everything from each other. And I will work on the interpretation, the vocal interpretation. Of course, you cannot separate it from the way you behave on stage, the way you stand there, you come on stage. But especially on the vocal interpretation, which means that in a score, you have a lot of notations that you can learn. You have diminuendo, crescendo, you have everything. But you have to motivate all that, and that means that you have to know which character you are, what the emotion is, and why you have all that. And the words know really what they mean, and why you have one word on the top note or not. So that's a little bit what I would like to do, working with the singers.
And I would like to say that, you know, working like that is seldom done in this part of the world. Not just Malaysia, but the whole of the Asia, Southeast Asia. We do not have a specialized kind of teacher to teach you. For example, to sing, we think that we just choose a song and we sing. But then, a singer has to know how to choose repertoire, has to know what kind of a voice they have, if they are soprano, and even soprano, there are many types of sopranos. It's not just one soprano, then you can sing everything. So like, I was always asked, why don't you sing Madame Butterfly? I said, but I don't have the voice to sing Madame Butterfly. I love to sing Butterfly, but I don't have the voice to sing Butterfly. If I sing Butterfly, then I will finish my voice in 3 years. So that's just to show you how our human nature, our voice, the given voice we have, that is, if you are a soprano, you might be a light soprano. Then you don't choose to sing heavy operatic arias. And if you have a huge voice, you open your mouth, your voice fills the hall, fine, you sing the dramatic, you sing the big repertoire. And a lot of singers in this area do not realize that. So I look at the repertoire singers present to me. One aria is singing Susanna, which is a very light soprano repertoire. And then I look down the list, and the next thing is Carmen. So I wonder, do they understand their voice? Do they understand their voice type? Do they know how to choose the repertoire they should sing? So this kind of study is very, very important to the young singers. And following that, Ronnie comes to the interpretation. We sing normally, we sing an aria. We take it out from an opera and we don't know what it means, why we are singing that aria. And Ronnie will give that particular insight to how you should know what you are singing and the situation of that aria in the opera about that aria, so that you could present the aria well. Yeah? Normally, a singer would just pick up an aria and say, I sing it. And then you say, what are you singing about? What is your emotion involved in this area? They don't know. So then you cannot do justice to a piece of music. So therefore, what we are doing here is trying to bring the more detailed kind of study and to bring the awareness to this younger generation, how they should go about to learn, to study singing, to learn repertoire, to know that they have to go right to the bottom of the piece, but not just doing it because I love the tune, I sing the tune. Fine, you have to love music to be able to sing, of course, but then you have to do justice to the composers who compose all these wonderful pieces of music or operas.